You mentioned in high school is where you got the name Jism after writing Sinful for a while. Can you share with us, where does that name come from, Jism? How do you first get it?
Okay, so that back to the guy that I was dating that introduced me to graph. I used to hang out in South Bay, and so he had a couple of friends that we would hang out with, and I would go painting with one of his best friends. And so he approached me. Shout out to Glock 87. He approached me and he was like, you know what? Because he saw I wanted to paint, and I didn't like Sinful to be painting. It was to me it was just a long word, 6 letters. You know, everybody was the average 4 letters. You know, props to whoever does 5, 6. You know, continues. But I just wanted 4 letters. So he approached me. He was like, you know what? I got a dope ass name for you. It sounds good. Letters are dope. But the meaning, I don't know if you'll like it. So I was like all eager. What is it? What is it? And he was like, Jizm. And I was like, I paused. I was like, that's my name. That's me. So I've been Jizm ever since. But it was GIZM. I would only spell it with a GIZM.
Were there any other names you were considering before Jism?
I had a few. I had I wanted to write Judah. I wanted, again with the J. I just like the J sound. And Ella, ELLA. Yeah.
What was it about the word Jism that you liked?
The way it rolls off the tongue, you know? Jizm.
How do you feel about the meaning of the word Jism, as you mentioned?
You know what? It's the Jism of life. You know, everything is you know, at the end of the day, you want to bust a nut. You know, you want to Jism. It's who does it? Who doesn't? You know? So it's a beautiful word. We all enjoy it.
You mentioned you started writing the word Jism with a J, but now it seems like you mostly go with the G. What made you start that transition or change it up?
So when I first started writing, it was with a J. It was always with a J. I had a big gap in the middle of my graph career where I just stopped for many years. During that time, you know, I had people that knew of me. You know, again, we didn't have IG, but they knew of me, of the spots that here and there they would see. So they'll tell me, oh, hit my book up. And I'll be like, you know what? For kicks, why not? I always said I was never going to pick up the cam, by the way. I wasn't going to do it. I felt like I was retired. So I'll do my name, and I came up with writing it with the G. This was during the whole, my break of graph. When they'll hit me up, I'll do it with a G. Why? I don't know. When I came back to painting, that's the style. Whatever I was doing, on papers, that's what I came into the streets hitting. And it was just G, you know? I'm a G now, I would like to think.
When you get the name Jism, what does your boyfriend at the time say about it?
You know what? He liked it. I don't think I don't think I've never had a person say, what? Like, any negative, everybody loves it.
Do you remember first hitting up the name Jism? And where do you hit it up?
Yeah. It was that night. I had to take the bus back home I had to take the 40 back home. So I had a rock and I scratched it on the windows. That was the first one.
Do you tell your friends you're changing your name from Sinful to Jism, or do you keep it a secret?
Nah, I just started. You see, it was a party crew, so all those girls, they just stopped. We just stopped. It just fizzled out. I started kicking it with the guys, and I just started hitting up Jism, and then that's when I got in the crew. As soon as I started hitting up Jism, that's when I got in the crew.
Are you hitting up Jism at school, around the school, on the streets?
At this point, I already know the bus lines, so I'm already going street mopping, tagging.
Are you catching buses too, or just the streets?
I'm catching buses, acrylics. It used to suck, but we used to do the acrylics on the seat and try to block it so nobody could sit, so it could dry. Yeah, I used to do that.